Hey guys, welcome to sunny Bermuda. Here it is, January. The lawn, the Bermuda lawn, is dormant. It's a mess. It has all kind of pine straw leaves in it. And you ask, what can we do in the winter, Sunny? It's January. I need to get outside and get active. So what I like to do in January is I like to first clean up the yard. All these leaves, pine straw, and the big oak tree, put acorns down there. Also got some of this good old wash lines that wash in, because we've had, last week we got 5 inches of rain. It literally flooded here, and it brought down a lot of the dead grass. And these lines here you see there, that's not fungus or anything. Some people might say, is that fungus, or what killed your grass? Do you have a lawnmower leak? And the answer is no. That's a reflection from the window up there. That top window reflects the sun, and starting around October it burns lines in the yard all the way down. In fact, you can see where it's bright here. You see that bright spot? That's the reflection. Yeah, you see that? Ooh, it's hot to my hand. Let's see if we can walk up here and see if we can see the reflection. There it is. You can see that. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's very bright, so it'll just scorch my yard starting in October all the way through. Here it is, January. It's way out there. It's gotten milder, so it's not scorching it as bad up here. But what we're going to do here, don't want to put fertilizer. You don't want to kick off the growing, even though it is a little green up there from the dog, fertilizing it naturally. But yeah, soil temperatures right around 47, 50 degrees. So it's getting cold. I mean, it gets down to, like this week, it's getting down to in the 20s. So it won't last long, but it is getting cold. So if you have POA, which is a huge weed, common in Bermuda in the winter, you get a little POA if you forgot to do your pre-emergent or whatnot. What you could do is you can use something called Image and spot spray a little POA if you have it up. See some coming up somewhere, like I have some way down there by the woods. I think I saw sprouting up, but I won't fool with it. But the main thing you want to do is kick off your program by feeding the soil. Soil is really important, especially when it gets into this hot summer months, say August. It's close to June, July, and August. It helps the water really soak down to the roots and really feeds the soil, and which in turn feeds the grass. So we'll head on over here and I'll show you some things that I have that I like to put down. So here's some Image. This is actually the nutsedge. I had a little nutsedge, and it says kills warm and cold season weeds, so it's a combo. And right there's your poana, your annual bluegrass. So if you have some annual bluegrass, you might want to get some of this and spot spray it. I wouldn't recommend spraying the whole yard with that unless your whole yard is POA. But here are some other things. Some granular options is BioChar. That's what I'm going to put down today. I have BioChar DG. My little label got torn. The Andersons, and yes, it is a DG particle, so when it gets wet, we're expecting some rain later this week, so it'll sure enough get wet, and it'll disperse and really soak down to the soil. And some other options is you got HumiChar right down here, and then also some Carbon Pro G, if that's your option. If you have a local Lesco shop or Site 1, that's a pretty good product, but I'm going to save that for the spring when I core aerate. I'll put down a heavy dose of the Carbon Pro G. And if you're a liquid guy, you can get there's all kind of humics on the market. And also like this one, this is some good old soil hume. You spray it down. And I got a really nice calculator that helps you calculate really all of these products, the Andersons and also the Simple Lawn Solutions. So I'll show you that in just a minute. First, let's clean this yard up. I've already taken my backpack blower, blown out all the leaves from the flower beds. I have rocks now, so it just, when the wind blows, it collects leaves up against the brick wall. So I blew all that out into the yard, as you can see, and then I'm going to take my old Honda here and basically vacuum it up, see if we can get all this up. I have used my Scarify cartridge and my Allet, but I don't like using that in the winter because it just pulls up loose runners, and the turf's not actively growing, so you really don't want to massacre the Bermuda like that while it's in a dormant state of mind. So we're just going to let it lay, and then I'll run this over it and basically just vacuum it up, get it nice and clean before we put down our product. Alright guys, here we go. I got a yard all cleaned up. Look how nice that looks. Now if you cut your yard, say at the end of fall, and you left it at 2 or 3 inches, I do not recommend scalping it. And scalping is just where you take off all the top layer growth and bringing it down really close. But on my yard, I keep it at 3/4 of an inch, you know, year round. I consistently mow it 3/4, and today I did 3/4. I really didn't take anything off the top. I just soaked up all the leaves, acorns, pine straw. The commercial, I got a commercial Honda here. If you've ever used one of those, you know how well that thing will just suck up everything and throw in that sack. You can just see the air, that bag just blows up. It's got really great suction power, so it really cleaned up really good. It missed a few leaves because when you're so low, the leaves will sometimes jump off the top of the mower, you know, around the deck. So I just took my blower and blew off the rest of the leaves that may have been sitting on top. But yeah, it looks really good. So it's time to apply our product, and then we'll move into February, then March. Hopefully March will start greening up. It'll come, and then we can do our scalp and then get rid of all these burn spots. But yeah, that won't hurt it. Last year it didn't bother it at all, and it started greening up as if that wasn't there from the, you know, reflection. But let's head over and I'll talk to you about a really easy way I've got set up to measure these products. I'm just going to do BioChar here. So let's pull up my website, BermudaLawnCalendar.com. All right, here we are. Got it pulled up on my phone, BermudaLawnCalendar.com. If you haven't seen it, you can scroll down. You can select your month, and it gives you different tips and ideas on what to do for that month. But what we're going to do is we go up to the top here, hit the little menu. We got calculators, and then we can come down to soil amendments. And I've got 2 calculators, one for the Andersons and one for Simple Lawn Solutions, which I've been using last year. And I'll continue to use this year. I use the Andersons on the front yard, granular, all granular, and then on the backyard I'm using Simple Lawn Solutions. But for today we're going to do the Andersons since we're doing the front yard. And we're going to put down BioChar, and here are 3 separate soil amendments that they got: HumiChar, BioChar, and Humic DG. And I'm going to put in my yard, which is 4,300, just the front here. You can select a rate, a low rate, or a medium rate. I'm going to stick with the low rate. It's only 4.3 pounds, according to their, if you read their application rates here, that's what it's based on. In fact, you see here 30 pounds feed 30,000 square feet. That's a lot at the low rate. And this is 30 pounds. So I'm just going to put down 4.3, which isn't a whole lot. I've got a scooper, and it's one big scooper of it, and I'll use my hand spreader to put it out. Since it's such a low rate, I don't want to put it in my big, you know, yard spreader, because it'll dump out the 4 pounds really fast on me. But I also have links here to the various products that Andersons does that they sell, you know, for your convenience. If you would like to click on some of those, and I do earn a commission from that. Thank you, Amazon. All right, 4.3 pounds. Well, let's measure that out and throw it down. The hand spreader that I'm going to be using today is just a simple manual turf builder handheld spreader by Scott's. Really simple, really easy to use. And I found, according to last year, my measurements, one full heaping measurement in this is equivalent to about 4.5 pounds. So that's what I'm going to do today. A heaping amount, that's about 4 pounds, between 4 and 4.5 pounds. I got it pretty high, so we should be good to go to cover the entire yard at a low rate. And again, Scott's does make it easy. Here, if you don't have your phone handy for the calculator, 1 pound per 1,000 square foot feet. And I got 4,300, so that's 4.3 times 1, so 4.3 pounds. So we are good to go. So I will get this in the front yard and throw this out. Okay, that little handheld Scott's spreader was perfect for this small 4,300 square feet. Went down once, came down the middle, and then down one more time, three times. And it has a really wide throwing pattern. In fact, you can see here on the concrete, I got a little on the concrete. I'll take the blower and blow it off. But yeah, it really threw it down perfectly. And if you do this every month, guys, your yard's gonna look really good come spring and summer. It's gonna hold that moisture, and that Bermuda will just go crazy with it. Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that like, and be sure and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I always reply to every comment, or at least I try to. So guys, we will see you next month. This is January. Not much to do. Not much to do in the yard. You could just leave it laying there, but do not scalp it. I just mowed over it. It's the same consistency I've been mowing. Just mowed over it and put me down some soil conditioner. Guys, see you next month. Hope you have a great day.